气死我了。
participated in again. Hong Kong versus Taiwan in our in our winners finals. This is going to be emphatic. Luke versus Jury. Your thoughts on the matchup thus far, Jam? As it's been unfolding, we talked about how often these two characters have been facing off against each other on the stage.
I think these two characters are some of the best at harassing you.
来了，老黄对卡卡米。
Jury on block and hit. Luke the same thing, but Luke has to force a strike throw situation. Jury has a +2 on block. Luke doesn't, I believe. The interesting thing will be
不要造我谣，没事的，我一个月就出来1天，你就算造我谣，你就算黑我也没有用，我也不管那个。我已经是属于江湖神秘人了，知道吗？就一个月出来1天，打个酱油，然后继续回去打王者。我跟你说，关键这个起身要看卡卡米的爬起来怎么做，他爬起来好猛。他每次被别人干倒以后，我觉得对手压力更大。或者两个人该各种空挥。哇，这一下好确认，这给你确认拉满了，伤害也拉爆了。我操，这一下没有投到，第一时间那个轻功之确反没反到。 他应该是没有延迟投。5秒，这一下也不换边了，直接哎！你在干什么 ，Chris Wong？
That's the second time he's done that on the big stage, by the way. Even within the top 8.
Okay, trading with the fireball and the chase down there.
就想问一句，你在干什么？怒其不争，暴锤地板。
Unless he has other plans.
Who's more dangerous, the person applying the meteor, or the person who's loaded with an OD?
Maybe Phenom was wrong.
哎，你没播，我操，防住了！我操，进防以后第一时间绿冲。哎，停车！哎，这节奏的变化真的是，你让一般人怎么应对嘛？这个游戏我跟你说，到了现在这个阶段，防守是真没法做呀！我操，直接穿了，死了。没死没死没死，还有一息上层，不是 C， 没有到黄血。我直接按蓝防，我这里再冲，卡卡米没斗气了，对手丢2个欧迪波，你也死了。 哎，你别真丢啊！你。
He was trying to avoid a chip scenario. And Chris Wong, I'm telling you, his situation awareness and understanding when people want to do something and bait something from him, he's not biting, man. I'm telling you, so difficult to fish out of the sea.
Had Uma gone for just anything on the ground, he would have gotten OD up with that first trouble, and he possibly would have died from chill.
Takes the grab one time, walks into the fireball there, playing it safe, gets a punish. He's been actually handling those Fuha stores really well.
对空，哎，稳健。
Great control thus far in the corner from Uma.
哇，反击！反击回去坐牢。我所有的斗气都是用来给你坐牢用的。哎，这个蓝防没防到，被骗了。距离控的不错，前中掉，直接加一个针。这 Chris Wong 的防守，你妈！ 怎么升龙这么多？属于是看得明白了，看开了。我感觉下一次压还是一个神龙，信不信？头放倒过去，丢个波，你这 SA 居然能穿！我的天！哎，又来了，这下中拳，我操！哎，最后还要压。 他不丢 SAE 啊，丢了 SAE 也死不了，血量挺难受的。那刚才 SAE2 是不是会更好呢？我操，这连发波直接穿了！我操，那这是什么？我操！卡卡米都笑了，这他妈都能赢！卡卡米说：“我死了呀！你怎么先死？你去的有点早啊！”
That was not a happy accident. The best happy accident we'll probably get at the tournament. I don't know what to tell you, mate. How about that? Golden Blast not doing it.
你怎么先死了？我操
！The best fireballs, the slowest fireballs, saving the day for Uma. Chris Wong now. He could be belligerent here. He could still be calm, stick to plan A because he didn't play bad in that set.
Not at all.
It's just that fate was not in our hands. The game just had other ideas.
Sometimes the game wins for you.
这捡来的胜利，我只能说，老黄也没做错什么。
Stores up. Again, that fireball.
只恨自己的子弹飞得还不够快。这沙包要这个下个版本再加强一下，飞行速度再快一点，手挥出去就已经命中了。下重拳这边这一推完了以后，绿冲过去还等着你。卡卡米很依赖这一招，再来吗？这升龙好确认，现在只剩最后一线天，但肯定必须强攻。别再攻了，再攻你可能要没我跟你说。卡卡米，哎，这边。你这就跳进去了。
Feet firmly planted on the ground there, but it didn't work out. Not because of the intensity of the situation. Looking for it, gets that. He's so lucky that connected on the latter act 2 frames, and it did. No charge on the light flash knuckle.
A little bit too close to the corner. I totally respect Chris Wong trying to go for it anyway with the light flash knuckle. Could have maybe changed it up with an uppercut for the damage, but either way, damage.
偷泽绿冲到脸上一个前跳，没有骗到对手的截肢。我又来，只要你这个点上敢发波，我就提前摇好了 SA。我真的这个金方还挺痛，你别说，这一个金方能够打个1500。成龙，问题不大，我感觉 Chris Wong 还是要比卡卡米强的，至少直观的感觉上是。投到，绿冲过去，刹车一踩，下中刀取消，刀板边直接被中拳又抢了，这个中拳什么时候削弱？太硬了，是持续判定，持续判定高还加针，讲不讲道理？没有道理可以讲，两边都是一个板资源，谁会先动这个手？哦呦哦呦！讲道理，他们按那个键的时候，我都觉得害怕。我操，那个下中拳按的时候，丢个波，在绿冲这边截了，距离太近了。坏了！你看是不是老黄更加厉害一点？这集中力，这卡卡米只是想看一看能不能偷个鸡，偷不了。我操，这个蓝方按倒了，反手再偷回板边，还有机会。风水引擎，我觉得风水引擎可能是当前最佳答案。对，没错，他也想到了，觉得最佳答案他也想到了，但是没想到那一脚没中。
I don't blame him for that feng shui because Chris Wong was in the Ambiteza drive gauge, and we talked about how brilliant Jury is at harassing you and inflicting that drive gauge damage, really fussed you to making a choice. He tried to opt for a jump, sneaking some damage beforehand, but Chris Wong comfortably, calmly walked under him. And got the round there. And off to a fine start here is UMA in this third game.
来，比赛才来到了1-1，胜者半决赛。交反击，蹲大牢。我这一招终于确反到了。啊，这里连招输了，可恶啊！现在虽然没有斗气，但水料还是领先很多的。只要不要被对手关进板边的话，就没有问题。这边要换吗？没有，直接硬推，一个肩装靠过去，这里直接给你接下来了。想要直条打拆没有那么容易。
Had that intuition to maybe neutral jump, gets blown up for it.
But I think he was actually still looking for a throw stubbornly.
Yeah,
it just worked out for him, and he gets a drive impact against Chris Wong sequence.
风水，帮你看看这一波风水怎么样？直接清空斗气，还可以压好久的，兄弟，这个中弹给你防了，但是后面的打乱斗没防住，想要抢招出去。再一脚，这一招你怎么又把自己给搞进去了呀？哦，没关系，欧迪波直接硬出 ，SA 一接上，老黄已经没有太多的机会了，兄弟，哎，还骗，来偷袭你这个泵，哇，一个 perfect 狠狠拿下，目前比分来到了1-2。
Keeping it calm, getting the light.
Remember, he's feeling the pressure here. They're playing for a better position to earn themselves a boatload of cash. So even then,
老黄也要开始换地图了。
multiple boats.
我觉得这样地图不太顺
I
眼
don't。know. There's a plethora of options. Maybe a treasure trove. Who knows?
Maybe not in California.
I know the rent's high here, but
卡卡米感觉要夺冠了。
backs away.
握重拳
Big，parry there and gets
一个
the
金防以后的反击。
Will flash knuckle his way to the corner. I respect that he didn't try and check that there,
PC
but
一
he
套
snapped
进
back
板
target combo.
轻攻击点中了 ，OD 拳勾一下，
Light uppercuts.
下一则直接凹了，
Then Rin
这才
OD
多。
from Uma.
Is that the first one?
I don't think it's the first one.
My recollection it could have been, but these matches happen so
怎么
fast.
说
He gets the drive rush cancel off the first hit, the stand meet.
卡卡米有说法
That was the second hit. I don't think he would have been able to.
我龙爹这个中脚
cancel. So he got
再来，刹车一个波推过去，二段的进攻，斗气烧得很快，已经来到板边，最后的攻防。
Right under
这
the
一段
timing.
血
That's exactly
，Chris
where
Wong
he
表
was.
示自己没有斗气再做进攻了，这一下肯定要摸你。哇，直接一个蹦等到了，可以。那这样摸是双方脱下底裤，最后的战斗
Please, oh my word.
亮剑了，兄弟们
I'm！scared.
I'm scared for you.
这一下
Run, man.
一个 SAE 会死，他不能跳。哎呀，他不跳他也得死，他没摸到一个中拳也得
How
死。
many times did Chris Wong throw out that fireball? He was showing he was going to have the courage to.
这个时候卡卡米最难受，
He had level 2 low.
他的这个血量扛不住一个
I
SAE。
should say.
Intimidation was the correct word for that scenario here, and he beats him to the punch with the crouching medium punch over Jury's standing hard punch.
Just within the range to get the perfect sequence.
Ooh, he got up, crouching medium kick. He got the right read on wake up, but didn't commit to the cancel. So Chris Wong is going to punish him for his troubles.
这一拳落下来以后，点完3下拉开，
The awareness too. The
欧迪波
parry,
跟着
just
就往外走
safe
了。
jump scenario off of the jump fears.
I love he backed away out of respect.
此刻是不是又是最佳答案？风水引擎，但这离板边有点太远了，
Crouch medium punch.
可能不是最好的答案。直接给 C， 哎呦，这死了，给什么都一样。
Nostradamus, I gotta say, that was actually beautifully placed from Chris Wong. The timing immaculate yet again. In terms of the placement of
急
the
猛了，一枪秒了。
It's the patience Chris Wong exudes in general, but because the fireball's there, it's like he's comfortable with the timing, waiting for it to evaporate right in his face, and he knows that Uma is in a position where he wants to throw out buttons. So you try and challenge that, and as Rins would like to say, the money button is doing its work.
而且好，比分是来到了2比2，双方最终的角逐啊！双方重新穿上了自己的底裤，
So what happened
要
now
死
was
死的拽住自己最后的底裤，谁都不能掉了。
You think there's gonna be
这
a
裤
little
都
bit
是不能掉了。
of aggression at the start of the round?
It could be, but it's harder to read Chris Wong.
我操，他上来就直接
Wait!
一个金防，我操，又是一个金防，
Perfect parry party.
卡卡米他开了。
哇，
大拆这延迟打拆打得有点久啊哇绿虫直接升龙确认 他开了，他开了，他开了。
Staggered pressure here. Chris Wong, make your choice, and he's still blocking it out here before he has
一
to
波
take
连
the
压
risk.
卡在这个位置，绿虫清泉对手也开了，
Side switch.
都开风水眼了是吧？
Damage he usually does when you watch his YouTube clips.
Well, now we're in Capcom Cup. There's a lot of money on the line.
哦哟，这个进防率已经高到不是凡人能理解的那种地步了。
So he's fine at that range there. Luckily, he didn't go for an immediate
我
tap.
感觉下一刻屏幕又要蓝了。
Roundhouse, and he
And that was
caught
这里抓到一个插合
so it is cancelable.
反手抓对卢克的下中拳
and gone for the level one. I hope he
猛男
doesn't rue that decision. Oh
我
boy.
操，今天卡卡比太
Wasn't flinching.
Still
最后一次斗气能不能给他抓掉？抓不掉，
He's looking
那
for
就慢慢
a
来
moment
吧
to cancel.
He's
Uma
super chilling.
building
血量还多，
his
还能
base
扛2
right
波。前突然头，我操！
back. She moves
他在那边
quickly that if you blink,
慢悠悠、慢悠悠的找到一个机会，最合适的距离一个前偷掉了，你那个点上不会安全的。
up until this point.
Boy, it's good. Ultra David
你也
talks
不敢
about
跳
time. Glad that the high level players do not get caught by suppressing that fashion anyway. Well, it changed my thought process. Wake up the late jab.
Nice recovery.
我这一下，
And no
欧迪波跟着还要往前打，资源多，任性，直接推到板。
Chris Wong needs some space and he jumps away with the jump medium punch this time.
现在这个血量已经岌岌可危
He's
了，
going to activate Feng Shui anyway.
卡卡米的 CA 已经准备就绪，随时准备请你吃上一波大的。绿虫硬来，没有探到，但是把你斗气给你清空了。Chris Wong 这边也是不遑多让，
Gonna be just fine if he gets that
把你的斗气也给清了，直接给谁？好 ，Chris Wong 把这一局救回来了。
It's time.
那这一灯感觉已经没有什么悬念了，
That was precise
接下来斗气全满
on point and his
除非
reward
卡卡米想不开
is
上来凹一个谁。
completely refreshed.
好，下一轮卡卡米资源领先。No way！ 欧迪博，我操，我操！斗气不要钱是吧？直接风水眼开，直接一边压一边回斗气。我操，对手这边也按蓝防，斗气也在回。那这波白开了，我靠，2白开。投掉，好，哎，完了，这一手头又被后躲。他怎么总能后躲头啊？他是用什么看穿对手的行动呢？蓝防过去，对手也是一个蓝防，我的天，两边都各自一个金防防对手波，过去的波都是金防，你们是认真的吗？你们平时练了到底多少？开始摇了，摇了，哇，直接冲！你很能摇，但我还是要冲，还是摇。距离想要拉近的话会有点难，拳脚的一个防守范围还是卢克的猛。怎么办？卡卡米，他在摇，他摇完了，他斗气一满，他就要冲。完了，他其实有斗气的时候，他也能摇。我操，这手金防给到机会了，直接风水眼一开，这一波打回去，故事会朝什么样一个方向发展？他会跳空吗？没有，他没有跳空，再跳一次没空，再来一次，直接破防了。下一次头神龙确认，再来，还有最后一下踩头，下段起手直接抹血带走，哇惨！
With the tip sequence, feng shui engine peppering his opponent and allows him to create the necessary scenario, puts him in the grand final of winner's side.
精彩，太牛逼了，这两个人！这你妈这操作的精度，我靠！请问世间有几人？
To keep it nice and clean when it came to the feng shui engine. That is pure knowledge of self-determination. UMA is now in the grand finals where he has at least secured himself.
敢问世间有几人能达到这种高度
I don't even think UMA expected himself to get this far. One of the best juries around the world.
当你看到这里的时候，说明你已经看完了整支影片，恭喜你正式成为了一名具有国际眼光的国际型观众。 如果你喜欢我的视频，记得要订阅我的频道。如果你不喜欢我的视频，那你只能是喜欢我了，对不对？那就更加要订阅我的频道。